you will respect me.
Round one, fight.
What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again.
Fact, Trump had nothing to do with Project 2025, and what you heard last night was Trump's plan to make America safer and more prosperous, his ideas. Second, Kamala's phony defense of what are your constitutional rights.
This business about taking everyone's guns away, Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
Well, who's lying? Kamala in 2019 pledged to enact a mandatory gun buyback program, and just last month called for a ban on assault weapons. Third, Kamala knowingly took Trump completely out of context.
Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking.
Fact, Trump was referring to the auto industry that will, in fact, face a bloodbath if Kamala enacts her radical climate agenda. Fourth, Kamala steals Biden's favorite talking point.
Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side.
Wait, do we really need to go over this again? First of all, when she says tiki torches, the whole thing kind of collapses for me. This may be the most debunked lie in all of politics, but she stuck with it. Fact, Trump specifically condemned these groups that she's talking about. I covered it at the time, in real time, here on Fox. It's all on tape. It's been there for, 7 years now.
The President of the United States incited a violent mob to attack our nation's capital. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War.
Oh, forget the 9/11 thing. You know, the anniversary is today. This adds a layer of a disgusting cruelty to this lie. Is she supposed to be the compassionate one?
Is she Indian or is she black?
She is always identified as a black woman. She went to a historically black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't. She was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn, and she became a black person.
Just to be clear.
Finish her.
Street, everyone's like, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our South Indian.
Yes, you look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
I've been telling people we're related already, so this is perfect. It's basically true. And so do you find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
yes,
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes, you look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
I've been telling people we're related already, so this is perfect. It's basically true. And so were you raised eating South Indian food?
South Indian food, lots of rice and yogurt, potato curry, dal, lots of dal, idli.
Yes, idli. That's a deep cut. Okay, so what we're cooking today is two things. One of the South Indian staples is dosa, which is kind of like a sourdough crepe. And then we're going to make a potato curry, which is the traditional accompaniment. So I printed out...
Finish her.
Mostly nowadays her cook is my younger sister from Canada. She goes to every now and then Kamala and her husband call her and she goes to visit them. She stays with them for 4 or 5 days and cooks good South Indian food for them for 4 or 5 days and comes back.
Jamaicans. Yeah, he told her behind off. And I can't forget about the collard greens.
So I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub. So I am not playing around. I have a friend who had a Christmas party, Christmas Eve every year, and she asked me to make the greens for a party every year. And I am not lying to you that I would make so many greens that I'd need to wash them in the bathtub. I'm telling you the truth.
So how do you make your greens? Do you put turkey in them? Do you
bacon.
Nice.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn I don't know which is worse. This clown doing all this grunting as if what she's saying sounds good. Talking about putting some collard greens in the bathtub. What black American person she's talking put any food in the bathtub? You nasty piece of filth. And we definitely don't cook no collard greens with no bacon. What's she talking about?
Kamala Harris! After much self-reflection, I have come to the realization that there is one thing very Indian about you, and that is that you became the Democratic nominee without a single vote. You pulled the biggest scam of all time. No Indian I know, from the call centers to email phishing, no Indian I know has scammed 250 million people. Not bad, Kamala. That's pretty good numbers. If you manage to actually win the election, you will have pulled off the biggest Indian scam of all time. From here on out, your new name is not Kamalto actually. It is now Scamala. Scamala Harris. Don't act like us. Don't act like us. Don't act like us.
My grandma
I do
used to put
bacon.
She's put
Garlic. I
vinegar.
put white vinegar. I start with, I slice up my garlic. But no, first I chop up the bacon
Fry it.
and get all that fat going.
Kamala, we do not wash grains in a tub. We do not. And I don't care how many grains you guys see. We do not wash them in the bathtub.
Child, if I find out that I was served some greens from somebody's nasty, filthy ring around the dirty ring, toenail, toe jam, crack, boot crack, hair. If I find out man, I'm calling the FBI, the CIA, motherfucking Notary Republic, Peter Dracy, lawyers. I'm suing your muck ass. You messed up my stress, gave me PTSD. Hell no.
Finish her.
I don't know anybody that ever washes any food in their bathtub. And I'm as white trash as it comes. I don't even thaw my Thanksgiving turkey out in the bathtub. And that's the way my grandma did it.
And girl, your grandma nasty too.
So nobody is falling for it. Nobody believes that Miss Kamala Harris, raised in Canada from the time she was in 6th grade until she was in college at Berkeley, is washing enough collard greens that they have to use their bathtubs.
When I saw the vice president in early December, I did what any normal person would do, and I asked her for suggestions on how to make the best collard greens. If you know anything about the vice president, you know she loves to talk about recipes. Her recipe was pretty standard, and her first suggestion that I hadn't heard before was to add red pepper flakes to the collards. She actually says that she usually uses bacon. Okay.
A small restaurant, and it's gonna have like 3 items for like start, entree, dessert. And that's it. Really simple menu. And when the food for those things run out, then see you tomorrow. Close for the day. That's gonna be it.
Listen, Scamala Chameleon Harris, so nobody want your dirty bathtub bacon greens from your house, restaurant, wherever. Stop talking about some collard greens that you don't know how to cook, and let's talk about these policies. Where they at? They're still not on your website. I'm telling you, she's the real City Girl president. If she's able to pull this off, this will be the biggest finesse in City Girl history. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this below. Special thank you.
Nowadays, her cook is my younger sister from Canada. She goes to every now and then Kamala and her husband call her, and she goes to visit them. She stays with them for 4 or 5 days and cooks good South Indian food for them for 4 or 5 days and comes back.
Finish him. Kamala.